Our 6 o'clock hour with continuing coverage of the wildfires burning across our state. Crews are working around the clock to put out the Gold Mountain fire burning in Ouray County.
They have started some controlled burning ahead of the fire from Pinnacle Peak to Silverjack Reservoir to cut down on dry fuels in the fire's path. Thanks for joining us. I'm Corey Rose.
And I'm Steve Stager. We know the Gold Mountain fire is the latest fire to take a life. 3 lives were lost to the Snyder fire already. 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon joins us now. And Courtney, what do we know so far?
Hey, good morning, Corey and Steve. Well, we know from the Gunnison County Sheriff's Office that they received a call around 5:17 yesterday evening for an aircraft down in the Silverjack Reservoir. So take a look at this map here. That reservoir is located in the southwestern corner of Gunnison County. So a pilot was helping to fight the Gold Mountain fire, which has burned more than 35,000 acres north of Ouray. No one else was on board that firefighting aircraft. So the Montrose County Sheriff's Office dive team recovered the pilot's body from the reservoir yesterday. That person's name hasn't been released yet, and the cause of the crash is still being investigated. So this isn't the first firefighter to lose their life in a wildfire this year. 3 firefighters were killed and 2 were injured when they were overcome by the Snyder fire near the Colorado-Utah border in late June. So more than 1,000 firefighters are currently working the Gold Mountain fire. This pilot was just one of them. That fire started on June 27th, and it's currently at 13% containment. Live in Denver, Courtney Yoon, 9 News.
Courtney, thank you. 2 new wildfires are burning south of Steamboat Springs in Routt County. Governor Polis has declared a disaster emergency in response to this fire. About 20 homes are under mandatory evacuation. Evacuation orders and pre-evacuation alerts have been issued for people near Stagecoach State Park.
The second new wildfire is burning near Rabbit Ears Pass. The Fishhook fire has burned about 94 acres. No word yet on any containment there. Routt County officials say an evacuation center is available at Sirocco High School in Oak Creek. The center is for information only, though, and is not currently an overnight shelter.
It's going to be a hot day today. Taking a live look over Denver, where a heat advisory has been issued. Denver Parks and Rec will open all of its rec centers at cooling centers during regular business hours. Each center will have a designated area with access to drinking water and restrooms. All Denver public library locations are also available for people to cool off. Let's now get over to meteorologist Jaden Knowles in the Weather Impact Center. Jaden, just how hot are we going to get today?
We're talking about the upper 90s, potentially the triple digits. That's one of the main reasons we went weather impact alert. That will begin this afternoon and really last until the evening hours. So the main reasons we did go weather impact alert is because that heat duration. We're talking about 90s early on this morning, maybe around 11 a.m. and that could last at least 8 hours this afternoon. The heat wave will continue over the next couple of days, but I mean, getting you out the door right now, temperatures on the warm side already. It's 6:02, and we're talking about temperatures in the upper 60s, low 70s. 71 degrees is our current temperature here in downtown Denver, 65 at the airport. Looking statewide, look at Grand Junction. You're at 82 degrees right now. You're on track to see the triple digits for the 3rd day in a row, and of course, flirting with some records again. So you'll definitely need to put on that air conditioner. That's the reason we're doing this. You got to put the air conditioner on. We're talking about the hot temperatures continuing. So here's what's in my forecast for this afternoon. 98 degrees here in Denver, lots of sunshine. It wouldn't surprise me if we see some triple digits across the Front Range, especially over towards the western slope. But later on in the show, we'll talk more in detail about the alerts that we have issued, as well as the reason for the weather impact alert. Brianna?
Jaden, thank you so much. Here in your Traffic Impact Center at 6:03 and giving you a live look right now for anyone taking southbound I-25 right near Empower Field. So the reason I'm showing you this camera is because we are getting reports of a crash close to Colfax and southbound I-25. We are kind of slowly starting to see those delays with the combination of that morning rush hour traffic. I've checked several of our CDOT cameras and I can't actually see the crash, so it's unclear how many vehicles were involved. But of course, if anything changes with your drive times, I will keep you guys updated. I want to switch things over to our main maps and talk about another crash that's happening for anyone down south, taking Bellevue Avenue at Federal Boulevard. So this crash happened about 15 minutes ago. We could see that we are seeing some slowdowns for anyone taking Bellevue, but it's not impacting anyone's drive if you are taking Santa Fe in the Littleton area.
Brianna, thank you. Denver police have arrested a man who's accused of killing another man with a rock Saturday evening. Officers responded to a park east of the intersection of North Spear Boulevard and Larimer Street and found the victim. According to the arrest affidavit, a witness told officers that the suspect, Eduardo Jimenez Alvarado, stomped on the victim before throwing a rock at his head. Police say the victim died at the hospital. The suspect was arrested for first-degree murder.
Investigators are looking into a shooting incident at Cherry Creek State Park that forced the swim beach to close on Sunday afternoon. The Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office says shots were fired around 3:30. No one was hurt. Deputies cleared part of the beach while canine teams searched the area for evidence. Officials detained 6 people in connection with that incident, but have not said whether any of them might face charges. The swim beach reopened later that afternoon as the investigation continues.
Today, Aurora City Council is expected to vote to create an oversight committee for the use of tax funds. Council recently approved putting tax increases on the November ballot. Aurora's sales tax has not been raised since 1993. If voters approve the increases, the money would go towards infrastructure projects. The resolution would create a committee that would oversee the use of that money.
Also today, Denver City Council will consider asking voters to overhaul parts of the city budget process. It includes an amendment to the city charter to move an optional 2-year budget cycle. The proposal would allow the city to use a 2-year budget cycle. It all depends on the economic outlook and the city's needs. If the legislation is approved, it would go to voters in a special election in November.
Starting today, 2 trails in State Forest State Park in northern Colorado will be closed because of fire mitigation work. Colorado Parks and Wildlife says the Michigan Ditch Trail will be completely closed and parts of the American Lake Trail will also be closed. The Colorado State Forest Service is doing fire mitigation in the Michigan Ditch drainage near Cameron Pass.
Property covering an entire block of downtown Denver is being auctioned off next month. This comes after the previous owners of that property defaulted on loans. The office building up for sale is at 16th and Sherman Streets. The 12-story building is only 18% occupied right now, despite more than $4 million in renovations. The starting bid is $1.5 million. That 3-day auction starts on August 17th.
A severe stomach bug caused by a parasite is leaving hundreds of people sick across the country. More than 30 states, including Colorado, have reported cases of cyclosporiasis. The outbreak has been linked to people eating contaminated produce. It has also been linked to a parasite found in swimming pools, with people getting sick by drinking the water. The U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention says there are at least 843 confirmed cases. 86 people have been hospitalized. For those that do get sick, the experience can be miserable.
They invade the intestine, causing diarrhea, which can be watery, cause abdominal cramps.
Health officials say you can protect yourself by thoroughly washing produce, particularly mixed lettuce, fresh basil, cilantro, and raspberries.
The Environmental Protection Agency has approved 3 new PFAS pesticides for use on U.S. crops. The chemicals are part of a group known as forever chemicals because they stay in the environment for years. The EPA itself says those chemicals are linked to health risks, including cancer, fertility problems, and immune system damage. The EPA's expanded use of PFAS chemicals comes just days after the U.S. Supreme Court limited citizens' rights to sue pesticide companies.
Big changes are coming to the Las Vegas Strip. County leaders say the area could get a daily cleanup. They say cleaner public spaces are key to keeping the resort corridor appealing for visitors. Right now, a custodial contract calls for nightly cleanings only Fridays, Saturdays, and holidays.